Today we're diving deep into the world of niche fishing hooks that separate the weekend warriors from the serious anglers. We're talking about hooks designed for situations so specific that using the wrong one means the difference between a trophy for an Instagram picture or another story about the one that got away. By the time we're done here, you'll understand why professional guides have tackle boxes full of hooks you've never seen before, and more importantly, when to use each one to absolutely maximize your success on the water. Let's start with the Aberdeen hook, and this little beauty is all about finesse and efficiency. These hooks look almost delicate compared to their beefier cousins, featuring ultra-thin wire construction and long, elegant shanks. But don't let their appearance fool you. Aberdeen hooks are precision instruments designed for very specific applications where brute strength takes a backseat to surgical precision. The thin wire serves multiple critical purposes that become obvious once you understand the science behind live bait fishing. When you're threading a minnow onto a hook, that wire needs to penetrate with minimal damage to keep your bait lively and natural looking. Thick, heavy hooks cause trauma that kills minnows quickly, leaving you with dead bait that fish can spot from a mile away. Aberdeen hooks slide through bait like a needle through silk, keeping minnows frisky for hours. Now let's talk about the Kale hook, which represents one of the most ingenious compromises in hook design. Picture a hook that combines the wide gap of a worm hook with the self-setting characteristics of a circle hook, and you're starting to understand what makes Kales so special. These hooks bridge the gap between traditional J-hook fishing and the more modern circle hook approach. What makes Kale hooks truly versatile is their dual personality when it comes to hook sets. You can fish them aggressively with sharp hook sets, like a traditional J-hook, or you can use steady pressure and let them self-set like a circle hook. This flexibility makes them perfect for situations where you're not sure how fish are going to take your bait. Bass anglers use them for everything from live shiners to big soft plastics, while saltwater guys rely on them for redfish and flounder. The offset point creates a mechanical advantage that helps the hook find purchase even when fish don't get perfect bites. That slight inward curve means the point is always positioned to catch flesh rather than sliding past it. For anglers who struggle with missed hook sets, Kales can be absolute game changers. Moving into even more specialized territory, we have the Sickle hook, which features a unique angled bend that creates incredible holding power once a fish is hooked. The name comes from the distinctive curve that resembles a farming sickle, and that shape serves a very specific purpose in the mechanics of fish fighting. The angled bend creates what engineers call a camming action. When a fish tries to throw the hook by shaking its head or jumping, that bend causes the hook to rotate and dig deeper into the fish's mouth rather than working loose. It's like having a self-tightening mechanism built right into your hook. The bait holder hook solves one of fishing's most frustrating problems: keeping your bait exactly where you put it. Those small barbs along the shank aren't just decoration. They're precisely positioned grip points that lock worms, cut bait, and other soft baits in place, even when you're casting hard or dealing with bait stealers. These barbs work by creating multiple contact points along the bait. Instead of your worm sliding down to the bend after the first cast, those little spikes grip and hold it in the perfect position. This keeps your presentation looking natural and ensures maximum scent dispersion throughout your fishing session. The engineering behind bait holder hooks involves careful barb placement and sizing. Too aggressive, and the barbs damage bait or make hook removal difficult. Too subtle, and they don't provide adequate grip. Modern bait holder designs strike the perfect balance, keeping bait secure without compromising fish welfare or angler convenience. For saltwater and big game fishing, we enter a completely different realm where hook failure isn't just inconvenience, it's heartbreak. When you're dealing with fish that can weigh more than you do, every component needs to be overbuilt and battle-tested. The live bait hook represents the foundation of serious saltwater fishing, engineered specifically to handle massive baits while keeping them alive and kicking for extended periods. These hooks feature short, stout shanks that minimize leverage points where big fish could gain mechanical advantage. The abbreviated shank length also reduces the hook's impact on live bait, allowing larger baits like mackerel, sardines, or even small tuna to swim naturally while rigged. The wire gauge on live bait hooks is substantially heavier than freshwater equivalents, often requiring specialized sharpening tools to maintain that needle-sharp point that's essential for penetrating tough saltwater mouths. The jig hook opens up an entirely different aspect of fishing that most anglers never consider: lure making. These aren't hooks you'll typically buy to use as is. Instead, they're the foundation for creating custom jig heads that can't be purchased anywhere else. The specialized shape features a flattened area behind the eye specifically designed for pouring molten lead, creating a permanent bond between hook and weight. What makes jig hooks fascinating is their role in custom lure creation. Serious jig fishermen often pour their own heads because they can control every aspect of the design. Want a specific weight with a particular hook size? Pour your own. Need a custom color that matches local baitfish? Add the right pigment to your lead. The hook becomes the skeleton around which you build the perfect jig for your specific fishing situation. Now, let's examine one of the most ingenious hook innovations of the past century, the Siwash hook and its open-eye design. This simple modification solves a problem that has plagued lure fishermen for decades. How do you quickly change hooks on spoons and spinners without cutting your line and retying everything? The open eye is the game changer here. Instead of a closed loop like traditional hooks, Siwash hooks feature a gap that allows you to slip them directly onto split rings or lure hardware. No pliers needed, no line cutting required. You can modify lures streamside in seconds, adapting to changing conditions or fish preferences without missing valuable fishing time. But the innovation goes deeper than convenience. Siwash hooks provide a fish-friendly alternative to treble hooks in areas where regulations restrict the number of hook points allowed. Many rivers and streams now require single hooks only, making Siwash hooks essential for anglers who want to fish their favorite spoons and spinners legally. The long shank and ultra-sharp point provide excellent hooking power while causing significantly less damage to fish than multiple treble hooks. Tuna hooks represent the absolute pinnacle of saltwater hook engineering, forged from premium steel alloys and designed to handle forces that would destroy ordinary hooks. When you're fighting a giant bluefin that can reach speeds of 50 miles per hour and weigh over 800 pounds, hook failure simply isn't an option. These hooks undergo specialized forging processes that align the steel's grain structure for maximum strength. Tournament fishermen often spend thousands of dollars on premium tuna hooks because they understand that the difference between winning and losing can come down to a single hook failure. These hooks are tested to specific pound ratings, with the top models capable of handling well over 1,000 pounds of straight pull force. Moving into the specialty category, we encounter hooks designed for very specific niche applications that most anglers never consider. The double hook, for instance, serves specialized roles in musky fishing and certain fly patterns where 2 points provide better hooking probability than a single point, but less hardware than a treble hook. Double hooks excel in situations where you need more hooking power than a single hook provides, but want to avoid the complications that come with treble hooks. Musky anglers use them on large soft plastics where the dual points increase hookup ratios on short strikes. Fly fishermen incorporate them into streamer patterns where the double point creates a more realistic baitfish profile while improving hook-to-land ratios. The engineering challenge with double hooks involves balancing the angle between the 2 points. Too narrow, and both points might penetrate the same location, wasting the advantage. Too wide, and the hook becomes bulky and affects lure action. Modern double hooks feature precisely calculated angles that maximize hooking effectiveness while maintaining streamlined profiles. Circle offset hooks represent an evolution of the traditional circle hook design, incorporating a slight offset that makes them more aggressive while retaining most of the fish-friendly characteristics that made circle hooks popular. This hybrid approach appeals to anglers who appreciate circle hook benefits but need more positive hook sets in certain situations. The weedless hook deserves special attention because it solves one of fishing's most aggravating problems: losing expensive lures to vegetation and structure. These hooks feature various guard systems, from wire deflectors to plastic shields, that protect the hook point from snagging while still allowing solid hook sets when fish bite down and compress the guard material. The engineering behind weedless designs involves a delicate balance. The guard must be strong enough to deflect weeds and brush, but flexible enough to collapse when a fish bites. Too stiff, and you'll miss fish. Too soft, and the guard won't protect the point. Modern weedless hooks use precisely calibrated materials that flex at exactly the right pressure to maximize both snag resistance and hooking ability. Texas rig enthusiasts swear by weedless hooks when fishing heavy cover, where traditional exposed hooks would be useless. The ability to fish a soft plastic through thick vegetation or around timber without constant snags opens up water that other anglers can't touch effectively. Bass often use these areas as ambush points, making weedless hooks essential tools for serious bass fishing. The treble hook needs no introduction to lure fishermen, but understanding when and why to use specific treble designs can dramatically improve your success. These three-pointed hooks maximize your chances of connecting with fish during reaction strikes when fish hit fast and might not get a perfect grip on your lure. Different treble configurations serve different purposes. Short shank trebles reduce tangling on multi-hook lures, like crankbaits. Long shank trebles provide more leverage for hook sets, but increase the risk of hooks catching each other. Wire gauge affects both penetration and strength, with lighter gauges penetrating easier on smaller fish, while heavier gauges handle larger species without straightening. The The key to treble hook success lies in matching the hook to both your target species and lure action. Oversized trebles can kill a crankbait's wobble, while undersized hooks might not provide adequate holding power. Professional lure tuners often experiment with different treble combinations to optimize each lure's performance. And there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the fascinating world of specialized fishing hooks, from the delicate precision of Aberdeen hooks to the brute strength of forged tuna hooks. Each design represents decades of evolution, solving specific problems that separate successful anglers from those who struggle with the wrong tools. The next time you're standing in that tackle shop staring at walls of hooks, you'll know exactly what you're looking at, and more importantly, which ones will give you the edge in your specific fishing situations. Remember, these aren't just pieces of bent metal. They're precision instruments designed to help you land more fish, and now you have the knowledge to use them like the pros do. Tight lines out there,